Okay, we're back with another review, and this time we are taking a look at the Lord of the ThunderCats liono himself. But of course this is wave 6, so that means that this is the toy version. So liono has the standard brown box, and this is exactly the same size as all the others that we get with the regular release. So liono comes with the standard box that we are used to by now, but like I said, with Mumbra he does not have foil on here, it's just plain embossed, and I like this, so I'm wondering if it is just for the toy side of things that they're going to look like this or not. So liono comes with your standard slip cover, and of course if you are somebody who likes to display your figures like this, then he looks quite good. Now this is not the LJ style blister that a lot of us were hoping to get, but this still looks good. It's still part of the same line, and they look good, so I'm okay with it. So if I turn him around, we've got the reaction artwork on here as well, which we have seen back in the day. This is by Jason Edmonston, and I do like it. It's obviously the red claw and the red sword. So this is nice. It's got the little buy on here, and looking good. Something that's new with these LJN inspired ThunderCats Ultimates is the way that these blister packs have something else, and these are these little lids. As you can see, they basically just cover the contents, and these are no longer squashed into place. They just basically rest in there, and that is really awesome because it means that they travel definitely a lot safer, especially when they hit the rough seas. But these don't jump around in the packaging, so your hands will always stay safe, and these are in place quite well, and I really like that this is something new that Super7 has introduced, and I do hope that they do this with all future releases as well. So with liono we get the new Sword of Omens that's toy inspired. It's red, and then the cat emblem really resembles what we got back in the day. It's nice and silver and shiny. We also have the claw shield. Now as you can see, it is textured on the one end, and it does look a lot like the vintage one, but it's not the shiny smooth one that we get with the new Toon-side liner. And of course it plugs into the arm at the wrist. So liono comes with 3 sets of hands, and the first lot is these expressive hands, and just look at those claws. I mean, they look fantastic. They are nice and bendable, but they are still quite strong. They're not the same as the ones on Jaguar, as an example, but I really do like these. So liono has 2 other sets of hands, and these are gripping hands, and both of these, the one lot is vertical and the other lot is horizontal, so you have the choice of displaying him holding Sword of Omens left to right, or then up and down. So over here we've got this this pin or this clip thing on the side that you can hook his supposed claw shield in. Now I know that this is a total reuse of the original buck, and I am rather wishing that this was either not there, or that we maybe got an extra claw shield that we could clip on. So I do hope that Super7 does release some kind of weapons pack in the future where we can have a little claw shield to clip onto the side of his belt. This is not my favorite head. I do like it. It's not the one that I'm going to use. I obviously prefer the toy version. But this is quite good, and I like that these eyes still look a lot like the vintage toy. It does look like they can light up. So this is liono with the alt head on, and it really works with this character. I like the fact that it gives him a different personality. It's not like the Super7's Wave 1 release, where it has that aggro face, but this kind of feels like this is what it could have been like on a toy back in the day if it was released like that. So it works. It's not something I would use, but it does work with the expression. I mean, it is quite in line with what Monkey and Mavra have on their faces. terms of expressions. So here we have Liono holding a Sword of Omens and his new claw shield, and he has got the standard articulation that we are used to. He moves quite well. He actually feels a lot easier to move in terms of his heads. He's got nice stiff joints, and he really does work well as we expect him to. Very good, easy, nice pinless version of course, and all the standard things that we do get with a Super 7 figure. And I really love this figure. He's so beautiful, and he does take me back to when I had him as a child. He looks exactly like his eyes could glow. So that's one thing that here at the back, that is what he looks like standard, and you might expect to have that little lever there. Of course he does not have it, but I do sometimes find myself looking at these figures and expecting them to have a little lever with some battle-matic action, and to have that sword go up and down like this. But sure, this is just wishful thinking, but that's something interesting. One thing that I do think we should have gotten with this, and it might seem useless, but that's a power ring. And I do think that even though a little hole wasn't needed there, or a plug point wasn't needed, especially since his eyes do not light up, that power ring really could have looked so cool to display with it. So that might be something that Super 7 could release down the line. And another thing that I really would have liked was to maybe have a face with lit up eyes, but painted, of course. These do look like that glassy effect that the vintage toy had, but I do like seeing this, and I think they could have managed to do that quite well, especially if they added some glow in the dark to it. That would have been cool. So here's the two standard releases from Super 7. This is of course the new LJN inspired one. This is the one by Super 7, and they are basically the same sculpt, but this one does look obviously more toy inspired, where this is more toon inspired. And between the two, I actually like this one more. I don't know why, but when it comes to comparing him to a new Liono, this one, Mirror Liono, I really do like this one as well. I think they really hit the nail on the head with this one. He does look very good, especially his face. His face is a lot better. So I think if the other Liono had this type of face on it, that might have been a little bit more difficult to choose the best one. But I do love this, and this is what they look like side by side. And I do hope that if we get an exclusive of this one, that we get the never produced red version that appeared in some promotional material. That would really be cool. Here's just one more release, and that is of course Mr. Sleepyhead, Frozo, Blue Liono, Liono Hook Mountain Ice, whatever you want to call him. Also another great pinless blue body, and they look quite good together. So overall, I'm very happy with this Liono. He's such a beautiful figure. I would have liked to have his vintage logo on here, like it is here on the sword, but I believe that it was requested that these stay this way, unlike with Mamara. But it makes sense. I just wish it was an option. Maybe we could display it differently, but that would have been a totally different thing. And of course the boots here, they were rounded on the toy, but this is just a plain reuse of the sculpt that we've got, so I'm okay with that. So what are your thoughts? Do you like this new Liono? I really do. I think he is a standout of this wave, and he goes so well with all the others.
Super 7 ThunderCats, the ultimate heroes.